Good morning, my friends. Thanks for coming back to Deediets. Guess where I'm going? I'm going to get a haircut. It's a disgrace. It is an absolute disgrace. First of all, you can see all the bald spots, can't you? So I first have to get the hair cut. Then after I get the hair cut, then I need to come home and dye the hair. But before I come home and dye the hair, I know it's a wigwam. Before I come home and I dye the hair, I have no product in it. So it's easier for them because if I put, and I bring my own product, I bring my own instant freeze. Oh, I see spray. I do. I bring it to because they don't have spray that's like stiff enough to be able to, spike it out when I want to spike it out. So anyway, I am going to go after that over to like the dollar store because I need to get saran wrap. And it's a whole process. First, I'm going to get my hair cut. Then I'm going to go over to get some saran wrap so I can wrap my head in saran wrap when I put the L'Oreal dye in it. Oh, yeah, I don't have them dye my hair. For these few hairs, if you think that I'm going to have them, dye my hair, what's the point? I'll just do my own roots. I'll get those done. So, and I already bought the stuff, so there we go. And I'm sitting in my car. This is my Dorothy. I don't even know why I call this car. Well, I do know why I call this car Dorothy. But I want you to know it's all Betty Booped inside. It's all Betty Booped. The steering wheel is Betty Booped. The floor mats are Betty Booped. The sign on the outside of my car is Betty Booped. And yet I call her Dorothy because to me, when I first got this car, I said to myself, oh, it's like I felt like I was like the Wizard of Oz. Like I couldn't believe that I literally went out and bought a convertible that I'm not having down today. I'm not. Because these few hairs that are left on the top of my head without product will just be blowing in the breeze. So maybe later. Maybe I'll do it later. I don't know. Oh, my word. Isn't that terrible? Isn't that terrible? Just left Doug in the house. He's making his breakfast. Thank God for Thrive Life. I have to tell you that. I'll talk about that occasionally on my channel. And thank God that it's in there because he's there making omelets for himself. And he's a happy little camper. And I'm happy to, let's say, open those cans and do your mushroom omelet with your spinach and all that other stuff. Then I catch him making French fries, which is the oddest, boldest thing that he's doing. I go, what do you do? Oh, we have no home fries, so I'm making French fries. And he's sitting there cooking some leftover French fries from my YouTube video that I did with the Impossible Burger from Burger King, which was absolutely delicious. And it came with fries. I don't know why Angie bothered to order like a whole dinner thing because we only tried the burger. We didn't eat like French fries and onion rings, but Doug did. And he had some leftover French fries. So I catch him this morning and he's cooking French fries. And I go, isn't it enough that you're having a big omelet, you're having bacon and sausage and toast? You needed to make those. He goes, well, I don't eat all day. Yeah, okay. Well, that's about 2,000 calories right there, but he will come home later and have his dinner. And then he'll have his milk and cook. I don't know how he stays thin. I really don't. I know he eats more than I do. Scale, not moving. But again, this is the life of being a heavy person. Some people get offended if I use the word fat, but it's the truth. You're up and down a scale all the time. I have a wedding to go to in 2 more weeks. And I'm wearing the same dress I wore for my daughter's wedding. But I couldn't wear that dress for the last 4 years because it was too tight. Oh, yeah. So losing the 40 pounds, at least I'm able to wear that dress again. Actually, when I put it on, it's better looking now than it was then. So I was happy about that. And I'll be wearing that to my girlfriend's, our friend now. I mean, we're invited to the wedding, for goodness sakes. But I'll be wearing that to her wedding. I'll show you all. I'll show you the dress. I think it's lovely. I think it's a lovely dress. And I got it at Macy's a couple of years ago. I know, I'll ramble on. I got it at Macy's a couple of years ago. $79. It was on sale. $79. And it's a beautiful dress. It really is a beautiful dress. But let me go because I have made no appointment. It's just like walk in. Holiday hair. Not that I'm cheap, because I'm really not. But really, why do I need to go to a stylist with this? Forget about it. One day I'll be going to a stylist to make me wigs. Anyways, I'm going to go. I'll come back with my hair cut. It still won't be styled. It still won't be dyed. But then when we go back in the house, we'll dye my hair. And I'll style it. And you might see a difference. I don't know. All right, I'll talk to you later. Let me go. Let me open the garage. That would be great if the garage would open. And it begins. talk to you later. Oh, gotta get a haircut. What a pain in the neck. Well, I'm here now. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to get, oh my goodness, really. It's a disgrace, really. It is. It's a disgrace. These few hairs left. You know, I'm 60 now. Yeah, I am. I'm 60. And I can't imagine at 80. I don't think I'll have a thing left up there. Wigs. Thank goodness they make wigs. Anyway, let me go in. Let me get a haircut. I'm here. Ta-da! Yes, it's done. Thank goodness. Now the only thing I have to do is go home and dry my hair. But first I have to get saran wrap. Oh yeah, I wrapped my head in saran wrap. Look like the mummy. But I had it cut. I'm going to stop at McDonald's. I'm going to get a coffee. I feel like one. Then I'll go home and have a cup of tea. Well, this is it. This is what it looks like. Now we'll head back. Oh, where is this poor man going? Oh, it's a disgrace, really. I'll talk to you in a few. Ta-da! How do you like the look? I have the dye in. So, Doug just left for work. And I have the dye in my hair. See, I told you, I think I would look naturally bald. I think I would look absolutely fine. Stunning and glamorous, don't you think? Don't you love that I have my earrings on still, that I just dyed my hair? I swear. I have to cook. When I'm all done with all of this, I'm going to show you a recipe. A real simple recipe, because he said to me, you know, I feel like something a little different for dinner tonight. And I'm like, all of a sudden, like I'm the chief and bottle washer here and everything. So I said, all right, I'll do that. I'll make you something a little different tonight. Something that he hasn't had in probably 6 weeks. But I'll make sure to show you the recipe because it's simple. Simple and delicious. So say goodbye to Baldy, because the next time you see me, at least I'll look like I have some hair on my head. Stunning, isn't it? I'll be back. Oh, it's got to cook for 45 minutes. It's got to cook. Yeah, about 45 minutes. This is why I probably have no hair left on the top of my head. Really. Okay, I'll be back. I will be back. Hopefully looking a little bit better than this, because that is frightening.
Oh my goodness, you just spooked me. Oh, for goodness, what do you got? What do you got the cellophane on your head for? Oh, you have no idea how frightening you look. Did you get in front of the public like that? Oh my, do I have to correct everything that you do? Everything I have to correct? Mommy, you should be ashamed of yourself. Ashamed? Well, no, I'm not. No, well, you know me, Ma, you didn't go on with that bald head, did you? Yes, I know you, yeah, of course you did. Of course you did. Oh, you're going in the kitchen. What are you going to do in the kitchen? What are you going to do? Oh, my God. You're making like a Swedish meatball? Really? All right, listen, I take back everything I just said. Just get in the kitchen, do whatever you have to do with your hair, because right now I'm going to tell you something. You just scared me. Really? If I had pants on, you would have scared them right off. But if you're going into the kitchen, then I'll follow. I have no problem with that.
And I'm back. How'd the hair look? Doesn't it look good? See? See? Now all the roots are done. That's very important. Anyway, I did say I was coming into the kitchen to make something. And I want to show you what I'm going to make. I'm making like a Swedish meatball. I have some ground beef. And I'm going to add to that ground beef onions. And I have a surprise what I'm adding in this ground beef, which I think you're going to be a little surprised with. But some onions, and then I'm going to have a gravy, and in that gravy it's going to be mushrooms and peas. But wait to see how simple. You won't believe your eyes. You really won't. It's going to be like a Swedish meatball that we're going to serve over noodles. I know, doesn't that sound good? It really does sound good. Oh, I'm so thrilled about the way my hair came out. Very nice, very nice. I couldn't be more happy. So sit back, enjoy. You don't have to see me, but I want to show you the recipe and you could cook along with me. Okay, what I'm going to add to this bowl is going to be 1.5 pounds of ground round. Simple, simple, simple. Then I'm going to take 1 egg. No, 1 egg. There we go. Then I'm going to take some Thrive Life beef bouillon. Really simple. Has salt in it. So we're going to take 1 teaspoon of the beef bouillon. Okay? Just 1 teaspoon. Then Thrive Life onions. Chopped, already done. I don't have to do a gosh. How many of you have bought onions and they're just sitting in the refrigerator getting you know, mushy and stuff because you haven't gone through them all. This can is delightful. I just take some freeze-dried. Now, this is tablespoons, and I'm taking, and my husband likes it oniony, so do I. So I'm taking 3 tablespoons of, not sliced, but minced onions. They're chopped. Hello, you can tell we use them. You can tell we use them. My husband uses them in his eggs every single day. Okay. Then, the secret ingredient. Allspice. Ground allspice. Now, you're not going to use much, just so that you know. You're going to take, let me make sure this is correct. Here we go. You're going to take 1/4 of a teaspoon. 1/4 of a teaspoon. Now, you're not going to, it's not going to be like this outstanding flavor that's going to be coming through the meat, but you're going to say, what's different about this? There's something different. I can't put my finger on it. And if you've ever had like a Swedish meatball, sometimes you wonder how that is. Well, that's the reasoning behind it. There's always a little something in there you can't understand where that came from. Oh, I also want to put in, I forgot, but I'll just put a pinch in. These are the Thrive Life freeze-dried chilies. Look at these. These are great. Already minced, diced, everything. Let's be real. How many? I put a little in. It's not like I'm putting a whole bunch. That to me has to be, and that's to your flavor, that's probably just 1/4 of a teaspoon. Great. Now I'm going to take off my ring. Yes, I am. You know, you see this ring? You see what it says inside this ring? It says, I love you. My husband gave me this ring. Isn't that beautiful? With all the hearts on it, and it says, I love you right there. I think he gave it to me for Valentine's Day one year. I don't remember. That one I keep on a lot. Anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up the meat. I don't know if you could see it, but I'm just mixing it up. Oh, my goodness. Just going to mix it all up until it's all incorporated. Really simply done. Oh, it's a little, my goodness, it's a little frozen. That's all right. That's not that bad. What I'll do is just break it up a little bit. There we go. I'm going to mix this up, and then I'll show you what else we're going to do. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the temperature on the stove, because this is electric, like at a medium-high, and I'm going to just take our Evo sprayer, and I'm going to spray the pan a little bit. This is a non-stick. This is Circulon. I love this stuff. Remember I told you about this? What a deal I got. I got such a deal on it. Then what you do is you just take some of the meat. I know, it's very simple. And you're going to roll them into like a golf-size ball and just place them in here. Did I say golf? Yeah, golf ball. Like a golf ball, or like a meatball, but only smaller. And then what I'm going to do is just roll them up and put them in the pan, and I'm going to saute them. I want them to cook off, to be honest with you. I want them to be cooked off because there's other things we're going to be doing. This is so simple, though. This is so simple. Maybe because I have, you know, shortcuts, and shortcuts in a kitchen are fantastic. And I'll show you the rest of the product when I'm done frying all these up. And when they're finished, wait till you see how fast a meal can come together. Super fast. And these meatballs, you could buy them if you wanted to. But what I would do is, I don't think I would buy the meatballs that are Italian meatballs. What I would do is make a slew of these up, cool them, and put them in Ziploc bags and put them in your freezer. You can make this meal anytime you want. Okay, I'm going to go back. I'm going to do this. And as soon as they're done frying up, I'll show you what next we're going to do. Okay, so I got them all in the pan. They're all frying. Very simple. I just toss them with a fork, honestly, until they're brown all the way. Oh, don't they look good? They're heavenly. They're heavenly, but they'll brown up, and then we'll come back. And once they're cooked through and browned up, I'll show you what else we're going to do. It should take no more than 8 minutes. Now, all the meatballs are sauteed. Very simple. And what I'm going to do is I am going to take the little meatballs out of here, out of the grease, because there is a little grease on the bottom, but there's not a lot of grease because we didn't use a lot of oil, but there is grease that comes off the meat. How fast is this? But I'm going to show you even a faster version, believe me. but I figured everybody has their hands on some chopped meat, so that's pretty easy to get. Look at all the glorious meatballs. Do you see them? Look how gorgeous they are. If you notice, I didn't add any bread to these meatballs. It was just one onion, a little bit of ground, allspice, one egg, and 3 tablespoons of Thrive Life onions. Because again, it's so much easier. Hello, there they are. Now, this is the grease that's in the pan. I'm going to dispose. Okay, I disposed of the grease. I left all the little bits and pieces of the meat underneath because why not? That's flavor. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add Thrive Espagnoli brown gravy. Okay? This is what it looks like. It comes in a can just like this. And it is a savory beef gravy, and it's really, really good. So I added 1/3 cup of that into here. 2 cups of really hot water. And I did that purposely. I mean, you could add it in here if you wanted to, but I like to stir it up not to get any little lumps or bumps in there. It makes it a little bit easier. It'll stir out anyway, but it's really good. And I have the pan on a low heat right now. Oh my goodness. There we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this brown gravy, and if there's any lumps, it's going to all come out in the wash anyway. There we go. That's in. Now watch how simple this is. These are Thrive Life peas. They're delicious. I'm sorry. These are Thrive Life peas. They're delicious right out of the can. They really are. But I'm going to take, let me see. I'm going to take about a cup of them. A cup of peas. I know, really, really simple. And I'm going to take, these are Thrive Life mushrooms. These are delicious. But I'm going to also take, let me just get these oxygen sentences out. They put oxygen sentences in. I'm going to take a cup of mushrooms. I'm going to put a cup of mushrooms in here as well. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's already smelling a delish, I must tell you. I'm just going to stir it up. I'm going to show you how thick the gravy is already starting to thicken up. This. I don't know if you could see it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring it over to you so you guys can look how thick the gravy is. Look how succulent that is. That is beautiful. And now I take my meatballs and I put, there's a little oil, a little grease, just a little bit that's left. Toss them in. Look at this. Look at that. Doesn't that look absolutely delicious? Where was the work? There really wasn't. Wasn't that simple? That is really simple. But I want to show you something that's even simpler. Thrive Life has their chunks of beef. Okay, they call it beef slices. I want to show it to you. This we use a lot. You can tell. Beautiful pieces of freeze-dried beef. And let me tell you something. It's already been cooked. All the fat's been removed. You're not paying for bone. You're not paying for gristle. It's fantastic. You can literally make this whole entire meal without going to the grocery store at all or defrosting anything. So if you really wanted to do this, you could make this whole meal using Thrive Life beef, Thrive Life peas. Let's be real. This stuff is going to last a year when it's open. Do you think fresh peas would last that long? Or if I only wanted a cup of something? No. Mushrooms, especially mushrooms, these are great. I use what I wanted, put them back on my shelf. I don't have to worry about them getting black and slimy. You know how that can be. You know, when you're just 2 people living in a house, or, you know, you might have finicky eaters, and some people like mushrooms and some people don't. Hello. You can do whatever you like. The sauces are fantastic. This is a gluten-free sauce, so if anybody's got celiac disease, this is a great sauce to have. And this is the Espagnoli, and it's a brown sauce. All their sauces are gluten-free, and they have, me think. They have a chicken sauce. They have a brown gravy, a bechamel. There's one more, but I can't remember. Oh, a chicken, a velouté sauce, a chicken sauce. Delicious. So you can see I put into the meat, which you could have done with the beef. You would have just sticking some of this in with the water with some beef. Easy, easy, easy. And you could have taken some of the chili peppers and sprinkled them right in for a little bit more of a bite. Same thing goes with the onions. So as you can see, I could have made this whole entire dinner only using what was in those cans. And that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. I'm really happy about my haircut. I'll be real with you. I'm really happy about it. I needed it. I really needed it. You know, it happens, just happens. It's starting to fall out, but I'll be honest with you, I'll live with it. Anyway, until I see you all the next time, I hope you have the opportunity. And you know what? Why don't we take a little bit out so you guys can see it for yourself? Now, I just took one little itty bitty meatball out. But do you see how beautiful the sauce is? The sauce is thick. The mushrooms and the peas, they're already cooked. Oh my goodness. Honestly, it takes no time to cook. I would believe from start to finish, what did it take? 15 minutes? And if you use the cans, all Thrive Life cans, you would have made your dinner in 5 minutes and let it simmer on the stove for 15. And then you could have made some noodles, which I'm going to do for my husband. He's not home yet, so I'm not going to boil those. But I'm going to serve that over some buttered noodles. Can you imagine how delicious that's going to be? That is delicious. Let me try this. So good. I hope you tried that. I really do. I mean, it's easy with Thrive Life. It truly is easier. Otherwise, I would have had to buy, like, you know, gravy or McCormick's package and do that and cut onions. And I've had a long day already. It's been a long day. So until I see you all the next time, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you try to make the recipe. I'm glad I got a haircut. And I'll talk to you all soon. And remember, be kind to one another. The heart, that's all that matters. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great day.